What you want? What you want? Come on. What you want? What you want? Come on. What you want? Come on.
Hey guys, Dave Cook here of DaveandDawnCook.com. Just want to go through and talk about the Tribe Syndication Association sheet that we have out there. This is we just combined forces with another group out there, Networking Superstars. But for you guys and some of the other new people coming into this, I want to go through and show you how this system works. It all starts with this Google Doc down here. So you're either going to take a look at this and copy and paste that link in here, or if you come up into the Info tab, you can click on this and it will pop open this spreadsheet. This is a Google Doc. What it is, it's out there. People around the world can update this spreadsheet simultaneously. So what you want to do is you want to plug yourself into this. This is where the system really all comes into play, because all our links and everything else and how this system works is all here on this doc right here. So as you can see, we got the Tribe Syndication Association and the Network Superstar links. Look at this. If you go through, please read all this stuff here. Get involved in the group, and it's going to make you more powerful in the future. The thing is, I'll come back to some things, but the first thing you guys want to do is, being a new person to this group, is come down to the very bottom here. And if you look at this area, it says new members, enter in your info below, then syndicate your colored group. So as you can see here, we've got Marcel, who's in the blue group. So what Marcel's going to do is come through here, and on a Thursday, this is going to be Marcel's day to be syndicated. And that doesn't mean that Marcel doesn't syndicate others on any other day, but on Thursday, that's where all the love comes back to Marcel at this point. Okay, and then we've got these other people in here. Just make sure that you guys go through and fill in each one of these areas, because each one of these cells, as you go through, we're going to rotate these out. So don't worry about, you know, you're falling on a Friday or you're falling on a Monday, because next week, depending on what you do here in these counter areas, which we'll get into a little more here in the future, we're going to talk to you about that. But go through, make sure that you fill in all this information all the way across. And I'm going to go up and I'm going to use some other people here just for an example, because we want to be on the top of this. You can see, so Marcel fell in that blue group. We've got Edward, who is the group leader of the blue group for the week. Edward went through over here. He entered his blog information in. Also, we're going to go and we're going to take a look at some of these different things. We've got the Facebook profile, the Facebook like page, the YouTube channel, the Twitter, the LinkedIn, and over here farther over we've got Skype. So what you guys want to do is you want to make sure that you fill in all this information. Make sure that these links work too, because if they're not working, people are not going to go to your page and syndicate your material if the link isn't working, and it's not our responsibility to make sure that it's working. But as you can see there, I don't know if the cool preview, that just I don't know if you guys know about this kind of things, but there's a lot of things that I use over here in Firefox, and they work really well. So there's a picture of Edward. He's got his videos out there. But that you go through and fill in all that pertinent information. Now let's just talk about the #1 syndicator of the week position. You're probably asking yourself, what is this? Well, last week Edward went through and did 1,094 syndication counters. That means that he exposed all the different blogs. You know, it could be multiple people, could have been just the people in his group just sharing the love within the blue group. He could have went through and picked up anyone within the TSA spreadsheet. Now just because they're in TSA does not mean that that counts as a syndication counter. We've got over 300 and some people that are in this group, but really you break it down, there's not the high percentage. There's probably about 20% of the people that are actually actively involved. So what that means is #1 syndicator of the week, since he went out and outperformed anyone else within this group, he becomes the #1 syndicator of the week, and he is highlighted above each one of these groups. So he is, let's say, the master leader of the TSA spreadsheet and Network Superstar spreadsheet throughout that week. That means that everybody, I mean everybody in this spreadsheet is going to syndicate Edward's material at least once for the week. So that being 50-some people in this spreadsheet, Edward, by getting that #1 position, just got his material syndicated at least 50 times. Now also, he was stepping up, and we're going to rotate these out, and it could be 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th place, whatever they position. The 1st place one is going to come up here. They are going to get all these syndications from their group, being a group leader. They're going to get syndicated on their Monday, which is their given day, and then also they're going to get syndicated by everybody in their group once more. As you go through, you can read all this stuff. So they're going to get syndicated once more. So on a Monday, we've got Edward, and then we're going to have Lori, and then we got General down here. Monday for the yellow group, you got Paul, you got Matthew Neer. So these people on a Monday should have received all the love. And then being the group leader here, Paul, any other day during the week, this entire group, say Dawn and I, on a Thursday will go through and promote Paul again. And maybe on a Wednesday we're going to promote, even though Edward's not in our group, we're going to promote him once again during that week. So he's going to get the love back from everybody. But that's kind of how the counters work to a degree, and getting up there in that position. The other thing is what I want to do, I'm running out of time here, guys, but we're going to go through and talk about what counters are. What do I expect? If we go over here to my blog, retweet my stuff, that's one counter. You're going to share it on your Facebook, that's another counter. If you come down here and take a look at this bookmarking, which this is only wire, you set this up properly, you can go off and get 35, 37 syndication counters with a click by sharing this to bookmarking sites. Click on Google Buzz, that's going to be another counter. Come down here, click on leave a comment, okay? If you leave a comment, okay, I'm logged in as Dave Cook, but as I write here a comment, it's going to go through, read my post, please read my post, and then go through and leave a comment. Then as you put in your information there, we've got comment love down here, which redirects, and you're going to get that backlink back to your site, which is another powerful thing. But let's take a look at say Facebook. This is one that I really don't see here, this little like button. I don't really care for that. Don't count that as a counter, guys. It's so easy to come through and say click, click, click on all these likes. That doesn't really do me any good that you liked it, and it didn't take any time. So please don't do something so simple like that that you count it as a counter. But then let's take for an example over here on our YouTube channel. You go through and you watch this video, that's going to increase my views. That's a counter here. You're going to comment on here, that is also going to be a counter. Then you know, definitely subscribe to my channel, that's a counter. You add me as a friend, that's going to be a counter. You come down here and comment on my channel. The thing is we want to build each other's reputations up here in this industry, and that's really what it comes down to. And then also the other thing I want to talk about briefly, I am definitely running out of time like I've done the last two videos, but please guys, make sure you put up some good content. If you're nothing but retweeting other people's content, you're not putting up good content of your own, or you only have a business opportunity and you're trying to push, let's say, the Trump network or whatever it is, I don't care if it's GeneWise, Monavie, or Amway. But if you're only pushing your business opportunity, you are not going to get the love. And then also remember, not everything that you have out there is going to appeal to everyone else. So you got to be a little more broad. Don't think that you're just in a certain niche, okay? And then you're not going to syndicate other people's stuff. But as a blogger or whatever, I understand you have your niche. But try to expand your niche, because if you can, and maybe relate it to something else, you're going to get more syndication because you're more broad than what you are in a narrow focus. So please go through and make sure. And then also anytime you're like on LinkedIn, you connect with us on that. You guys can count those as counters. So go through the spreadsheet, guys. If you have any questions, it's really simple after you do it a few times. And I update this stuff on Saturdays, Sundays. It's kind of like a lottery. Get in as many counters as you can to compete for that first spot, because you don't know when the sheet is going to close. And then we'll close it down and we'll get back to you. So hopefully that helped inform you of what's going on. And I'm running out. We'll talk to you guys later. Make it a great day.
What you want?